Is it possible to beat Plants vs Zombies using only one lane? Since last year, wow, time flies, the YouTuber Diego made the challenge of completing the adventure using only two lanes. Now we are gonna do the same but using only one. And just like him, we are gonna do it in the second adventure where we already have all the plants. But on the other hand, now the levels have one more flag and Crazy Dave selects three plants at random, which is terrible for reasons we'll see later. Without any more to add, let's start with this.
Day. It's a beautiful day outside.
In 1-1, only normal zombies come, so Starfleet in the middle lane are enough to deal with them. To do this, we'll start by placing lots of sunflowers to generate enough sun to slowly fill the row with starfruits. For the zombies in the lane with plants, we simply have to place a garlic to the right of the line so that it diverts them from the other lines and they don't get in the way too much. If any zombie in the lanes on the end gets too clever and sneaks away, we freeze them, and in the final horde, we throw a dungeon at them. 1-2 is exactly the same zombies and same two flags, nothing changed. Okay, so in 1-3 and 1-4, crownhead zombies start to appear, which last almost 3 times longer than a normal zombie, which will force us to freeze most of the ones that appear in the top and the bottom lanes. Apart from that, the strat is practically the same, although since they gave me punk mines and potato mines, I use them in the middle lane instead of garlic, making zombies accumulate there and kabloom, so they won't bother me as much in the other lanes. Level 1-5 is the walnut bowling minigame, where we'll have to implement a loophole. Since we can't choose your plans and the only ones we have are pretty unpredictable, well, they don't even attack all the lanes. You are only going to use one lane at a time. If there's a plant on one lane, it can't there be on any other lanes until the one on that lane is gone. Since not bounce from lane to lane, that means there can only be one node on the field at that time. So you place a node, wait for it to go off screen before placing another, and repeat over and over again. In the case of the red node, that means waiting for it to hit a zombie. Boo! That's cheating! Boo! The god will be disappointed in you! Boo! But he used a similar loophole in other levels of the challenge. Hey, scammer! Boo! Well, ignore her because she's a pathetic hater. Even though the trick I mentioned seems simple, it's not that easy because of bucketheads, who are gonna screw us up in this level and the next ones because of how hard they are. Just luck. I lost a lawnmower and in the final horde I almost lost another 3. Only being able to throw one node at a time makes it slow to defeat the zombies, which allows them to pile up and require the red nodes. I still won on the first try, but it's not anything. 1.6 to 1.9 are more of the same as levels 1.1 to 1.4, but harder because of the zombies that come. In levels 1.6 and 1.7 it appears the pole vaulter zombie, who doesn't have as much life as a conehead but is faster and more capable of dodging starfights who have an horrible aim. So he can win the whole game if we don't defeat him fast. Although you shouldn't be too confident with the coneheads because of their toughness. By the way, I haven't mentioned it, but this house belongs to Fry, the best person in the world, who bought it for vacation, and zombies want to visit her, so they and plants took advantage to train. But anyway, don't be too confident with the cones or the pole vaulter, and more so because level 1.7 has 3 flags. Regarding the bucketheads in 1.8 and 1.9, it's a matter of throwing dungeons at them, because with how tough they are, there is no way that the starfights can deal with them all the time, so you better have dungeons ready in case they escape.
Good afternoon. We are gonna visit Cry, the best person in the world.
Well, level 110 is actually pretty hard, because we have to apply the only one lane at a time loophole again, which means we'll be relying heavily on luck. We'll use pea shooter and insta kills to defeat zombies in one lane, then remove them and repeat the process on other lanes. Always make sure that there are only plants in one lane at a time, and that when you have to defend another lane, you remove the plants from the lane that has them, then place them on another one. And that's all we have to do, and repeat all the time until we reach the final horde. The worst thing is that there are so many zombies that it's best to get cherries all the time because of their high area damage. Surprisingly, I won on the first try. Eric, you cheated again! Boo, boo, boo! But even so, it was hard. Boo, 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 boo! Well, let's pass to nighttime. An absolute nightmare.